tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.
From an ordinary youth to a dictator. Summary. Born in Austria, Hitler spent his youth dreaming of becoming an artist, but he failed the entrance exams to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts. The disappointments and hardships he faced during this period shaped his worldview and ideology. He served as a soldier in World War I and witnessed Germany's defeat at the war's end. These experiences influenced his political views and led to his joining the Nazi Party. In 1933, he rose to power in Germany, establishing his dictatorship and becoming one of history's darkest figures. The rise of the Nazi Party. In the post-World War I period, amidst Germany's economic difficulties and political instability, Hitler joined the Nazi Party. His charismatic leadership and impressive oratory skills quickly made him a prominent figure in the party. Hitler and his party, adopting ideologies of nationalism, racism, and anti-Semitism, successfully exploited the public's dissatisfaction and anger with the current situation. In the early 1930s, the economic crisis and the weakness of the Weimar Republic paved the way for the rise in popularity of the Nazi Party. With growing support among the people, Hitler became Chancellor of Germany in 1933. He used this position to weaken democratic institutions and establish a totalitarian regime. This process narrates the rise of the Nazi Party and the solidification of Hitler's absolute control over Germany. World War II and the Holocaust. Hitler's aggressive foreign policy and territorial demands culminated in the invasion of Poland in 1939, igniting World War II. This war led to the deaths of millions across Europe and the world, becoming one of history's most devastating conflicts. The Holocaust was a systematic genocide carried out under Hitler's regime against Jews, Romani people, the disabled, and other undesirable groups. The Nazi regime was responsible for the deaths of over 6 million Jews and millions of others. Concentration camps, gas chambers, and torture methods were the horrific tools of this genocide. Hitler's war strategies, the implementation of the Holocaust, and the deep and tragic marks these two historical events left on human history. Hitler's actions led to his being remembered as a symbol of evil in history and left an indelible stain on world history. Hitler's legacy and historical impact. Hitler's suicide and the end of World War II led to the collapse of Nazi Germany, but this did not mark the end of the destruction and suffering he caused. The Nuremberg trials prosecuted Nazi leaders for war crimes and crimes against humanity. This process was a turning point in international law and created a global response to war crimes. Hitler's policies and actions led to one of the greatest human tragedies of the 20th century, which has been intensely studied by historians, politicians, and the general public. Hitler's legacy has had a profound impact on modern history and society. His rise and fall contain important lessons on dictatorship, propaganda, racism, and genocide. Additionally, they serve as warnings to modern societies about the importance of defending democracy and protecting human rights. Hitler's impact on history and his dark role in human history are still felt in today's world. Hitler's legacy continues to serve as a reminder of one of the darkest periods in history, while also functioning as a warning and learning resource for future generations.